This is CTV News. Here is Steve Murphy.
Good evening, everyone. Leading off for us here tonight, a sidewalk protest over sidewalk conditions. Dozens of people, some with mobility issues, others without, are demanding that Halifax re-examine its snow clearing policies. CTV's Kayla Hounsell has our story.
They are marching with a message. They want Halifax's sidewalks to be cleared, and they want it now.
What I know is that since the city took over 2 years ago, conditions have become increasingly more difficult for people with disabilities and all pedestrians.
Kaylee Trace helped organize the protest. She has a spinal cord injury and struggles to navigate Halifax's streets.
It's so hard. I mean, you've seen the sidewalks. They're quite impossible for all kinds of people to get around on.
Chantal Lemieux came to protest because she knows firsthand the dangers of slick streets.
I had a few choices, and it was to either walk on the street or walk through the puddles or walk on the really big snowbank. And I decided to walk through the puddle, and I guess it had a bunch of ice underneath, and I slipped and fell forward, and I broke my ankle.
More than 100 people gathered in solidarity. They want the city to re-examine its clearing policies.
We now are paying taxes to the government to be clearing the sidewalks, and it's not getting done.
Through its 311 service, the city has received more than 1,400 calls about sidewalks. Some of them have been complaints, others have been requests for service in a specific area. In addition, there have been more than 4,800 calls about streets.
I really want the city to invest in more equipment, and I want them to not privatize.
Halifax councillors say they're also getting hundreds of messages of complaints.
We need to, I think, have a good, discussion. Can we do something differently? What is that, and how fast can we get that implemented?
Meanwhile, those who live with disabilities and those who don't will continue the struggle.
It's been a challenge, and I've had to rely on a lot of friends and neighbors and people for help, and then I've just also had to take the risk.
A risk they hope someone will find a way to eliminate.
And the protest is now over, but clearly the issue remains. We should mention in some cases, not even the municipality is happy. City officials have withheld pay for 5 contractors so far this season. Last year, 2 contractors were fired. That hasn't happened yet this year, but Steve, the season isn't over yet either.
No, it is not. You're right, Kayla. Thanks. CTV's Kayla Hounsell live for us tonight on the sidewalk in the north end of Halifax.